and welcome back to another video. We're gonna do a bunch of book stuff in this video, so that's what you can expect, including cleaning these bookshelves because they were chaotic. But welcome back.
I just need to show you guys. Well, okay, this is the video where we're cleaning my office because this is ridiculous for a number of reasons. So one, you know, the bookshelves are crazy. Two, my crafting closet, which is basically what that is indeed overflowing. I have something really, really cool that has arrived in the mail that I think I need to show you because this is just so surreal. This box is full of copies of my book. I don't know if you're new here, you might not know this, but my wife and I have written a book. It's called How to Make a Baby, and this is it. I still can't believe it. This book has been a long time coming, to quote Miss Taylor Swift. This book is a guide to fertility treatments and family building for queer people looking to expand their families, because when we were doing that, I'm a mom of twins, we're a 2-mom family, I have a wife, if you don't know any of this. So my wife and I, when we were going through fertility treatments, it was so isolating. We felt like there was no resources for queer people like us. And it was just such an othering, isolating experience. There just aren't enough resources for queer people out there. So we made one. And I'm so excited. This book is perfectly floppy, which I also love. Holding it in my hands just feels absolutely crazy. This box of books, I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Our publisher sent it over and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. Giveaways! I honestly have no idea. I need to actually ask them, like, hey, what am I supposed to do with these? I think they're just my copies. I have no clue. But we wrote a book. I can't thank you enough for supporting us. My goal with this is 100% just to help someone. If it helps one singular person out there on their fertility journey, that's enough. So it's part our story because my wife and I went through, a bit of a long fertility journey. We did IUIs, at-home insemination, IVF, and then we ended up having multiple miscarriages. We had a miscarriage. We ended up doing reciprocal IVF. My wife decided to do an embryo transfer, and then she got pregnant, and she got pregnant with twins. And then I induced lactation, so I breastfed them without being pregnant, which a lot of people don't know is even possible. So we had quite the journey. So it's documented in here. And it's also a pretty comprehensive guide to doing fertility treatments. I get asked a lot if it's only for female same-sex couples, but I think that there's a lot of information in here that would benefit lots and lots of people going through fertility treatments. I just can't believe I have a box of books, guys. That was a little bit of a rant, but this is wild. And you can hear my children because they're 2 now. They're 2 years old, and I think my time of them having naps is coming to an end. And I don't know what that means for me in my future because I rely on nap time to work. So stressing me out a little bit, to be honest. Also, do you want to see something completely unrelated? I made this. Is this not so cute? I have never been a Lego girly. As a kid, I didn't love Lego, but I like puzzles. And I have this hair pulling disorder called trichotillomania, and I also have a skin picking disorder. And my therapist always tells me that I should find things to do with my hands when I'm doing like mindless things like watching TV, because that's when I pull the most. She recommends things like this. And I thought, it's not actually gonna work. It's actually great. It's also pretty relaxing and fun. Like, look at this. It's currently sitting on my piano. I also have like half of a bouquet made of Lego flowers. The rest of the flowers are all made. Like, look at how freaking pretty this is. So pretty. The flowers are all made, but I lost the stems. Like these sticks. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I have to order more. But that's my update. My wife and I are also going to be doing a book signing at Chapters. If any of you want to go, I will drop the details down below, but it's going to be at the Chapters here in Halifax. It's going to be a book signing and a Q&A, and I'm so excited to meet some of you guys, hopefully. It's such a cool opportunity. I can't believe that my book's coming out and I get to go and do a book signing. Like, it's crazy cool. So there's that. Bye. I'm feeling awkward now. I definitely think we're gonna have to get to in this video is cleaning up these bookshelves, because
Oh my gosh, they are so cluttered. They're so out of control. I've added so many books to my TBR as well that like it's overflowing. There's no order to anything. It's an absolute mess. I have just added so many books lately and I need to find places for them. And I also need to talk to you about, this is my, I think, worst reading month in my life. I honestly don't know. I have read one book and it's the end of the month. I've read one book and I have read one fan fiction. I don't know the last time that I only read one book, and it's gonna be two because I'm gonna finish this, which is our book club pick for the month. I just have no want to read at all. Like there's no drive in me for reading, but there is a drive in me for shopping apparently. So I picked up The Ministry of Time for $1. I've heard a lot about this. It says a boy meets a girl, the past meets the future, a finger meets a trigger, the beginning meets the end. That actually sounds great. I feel like that is very high up on books I want to read. So I want to read something different. I don't know. I'm just in a mood. I'm also in like a bad mental health phase because I am sick. I have like some kind of gastro bug. You're seeing me after days and days and days of being miserably sick, but I think I'm on the mend. I think I'm feeling a little better enough that I can sit and chat with you. And then I also got 6 Wild Crowns. This was sent over by the publisher. So 6 queens, 1 king, a kingdom bound by magic, teetering on the edge of ruin, or so they've been told. So it says it's a powerful Tudor-inspired tale of miscloaked castles, fierce passions, and the unruly queens who will fight for their place in history. Very feminist vibes. Love that. And then this, I'm also really excited about. This was also sent over, I think, by the PR company for it. It's not out till August, but it's a sapphic romantasy. And you guys know, if you watch my videos, that I am thirsty for sapphic fantasies and romantasies. Like, there's just not that many out there. And this one sounds so good. It's a romantic epic fantasy featuring a fire-wielding nun grappling with her dark past and a young spy caught between her mission and a dangerous attraction. So this is an arc of that. Speaking of sapphic books, Harlequin also sent over 2 books for Pride Month. So they sent over The Relationship Mechanic, which is this one here. Really excited about it. It's a black small town romance. So we have that one, and then also sent over this, whoops, The Duke's Sister and I, and gives me like old school Harlequin vibes, you know, like you'd see your grandma reading, but not in like a bad way. I've always wanted to see to read one and see like what my grandma was up to. Like, was it spicy? I honestly don't know. This though looks really great. It is Bridgerton, but make it gay. She's supposed to be marrying a duke and instead starts falling for his sister. So I have those to read. I have this little stack of sapphic books because I've been working on filming a reading sapphic books video and I need to read more. And then I also got like this absolutely huge stack because that's just some of it. And I feel like I have no energy. It's not like good filming vibes. I got this huge stack of thrillers, like those small sacks. What are these called? Like pocketbook? No, I don't know. What's this? Mass paperback size? I actually hate this size of book. I find them really uncomfortable to read, but I was willing to make an exception because I was out walking with my wife and our kids the other weekend and came across a yard sale. And at the yard sale, they were selling all of these books, like someone's thriller collection, for $1 a book, which is just crazy. So I got 14 books for $14. So we have like a lot of options for things to read, you know? It's just that I'm not like wanting to read anything. These don't belong here. I'm fading. I'm gonna go drink some Pedialyte and probably cry. Let's go outside and read the book club book for 15 minutes before I have to wake my kids up. My wife and I have been working on redoing our outside deck for this summer, and it's turning out so good. So let's read. Finished this! I don't know where to sit with you. Oh my gosh. Is it good? So I just finished One Golden Summer, and let's take this sticker off. Oh my gosh, these things are such a pet peeve. This is one of Carly Fortune's perfect little Canadian summer romances. I have read all of her books now. I actually have an arc of this summer will be different. I eat these up. Like, oh my goodness. I was really excited when we all decided that One Golden Summer would be our May book club book pick. So this weekend we're actually going to be getting together and chatting on, I think I'm going to do a little Google Meet. Any of you can join the book club for June, July, August, September, whenever. I'm trying to get better. I have a lot on the go. Starting a book club at the same time I was launching a book. Probably not my brightest idea, but it's okay. We're getting there. I'm getting my footing. I've never been in a book club, let alone had a book club, so I'm doing my best. So this was what we voted as our book club pick. This weekend, since it's the end of the month, we're going to be doing a little Google Zoom Meet thing. I don't know, a little video call to chat about the book. I'm so excited to get to chat with as many of you as I can about this book. I actually loved this. This is going up after the fact, so I think I can chat and no spoil, and like it's not spoiling it, but this was a 5-star read for me. I loved this. I think that this might be my favorite Carly Fortune book yet. I really, really liked though This Summer Will Be Different. I think I gave these both 5 stars. So we're actually following the brother in this from Every Summer After, and this book of all Carly Fortune's book is my least favorite because there's a trope in it that I despise. If you've read it, you know. So for that reason, I didn't vibe with it. I gave it 3 stars. But I loved Charlie. I loved the character of Charlie. I found him so charismatic, so charming, so intriguing, and like he had a lot of depth. For being like the kind of side character, the goofy brother is very lighthearted, who's a bit of a womanizer. You know the vibe? Shameless flirt. I loved this. I will say that I'm popping in here without fully forming my thoughts. I'm going to sit down, I think, later today and like write out my thoughts for the book club and all the stuff that we can chat about. I will say it's so fun being back in Barry's Bay though, because my wife is from Barry's Bay. So I go to Barry's Bay every summer and hang out on the lake. I need to tell you though, in this book, there's these scenes of them sitting on the lake. I can't pronounce the name. On the lake on these like giant inflatables. And I have a photo of me on that exact lake on a giant inflatable. So, loved this, 5 stars. I am sad that I have to wait another year probably for another Carly Fortune summer romance. I don't like not matching spines. And I get that these aren't a series. Meet Me at the Lake and One Golden Summer match so good, and then the top one doesn't. So I might keep these together because I have been playing around with ideas for what to do with this bookshelf behind me because it's crazy, it's out of control, and I'm thinking that this weekend we might, I don't have any time to be doing this, but we might reorganize this bookshelf, and I think that I might sort it by genre. So that could be fun. I don't know. Don't know the best way to show you the before of this room. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. So many books to put away. My desk, I need to deal with all this. Books are just like stacked everywhere, falling over everywhere. Let's get to this. Easy place to start. Books that can just be put away. So I'm gonna sort books into piles if they're to be read or have been read, because those get dealt with completely differently on my bookshelf. To be read books go on the very bottom, but it's overflowing. My goal is that it's never more than what goes on the bottom shelf, but you're about to see it's way longer than that, my TBR. So it's a little rough. So all of these books that go up here are books I have read. So excited about this. My TBR is so long. It's like honestly crazy. Then I have my bookbinding stuff because I am doing a new bind, and that new bind is of my book. I defaced it, ripped the cover off, and now I'm rebinding it in a custom edition, in a custom hardback edition just for myself, which is really fun. Love it. So I did this next part off camera just because I mentally didn't want to turn it on. So this shelf, I cleared off this shelf and moved my Sarah J. Maas books up a level because I think the TBR has gotten so large that it needs to have 5 shelves. That's excessive. Okay, anyway, I had decided that I am going to do series. We're starting with the 2 books that I need to read in Shadow and Bone, the 3 books in This Woven Kingdom, 4 books.
We've got our robot hard at work, so I don't have to do the floors tonight, which is very nice.
So chaotic, but we're gonna start with just putting, I guess, everything where it goes. And I'm thinking that I want to reorganize them, and instead of sorting by color, maybe sort by genre, which is a huge undertaking, and I should not be thinking about it right now. But that's what I want to do right now, though. Let's just get the, 5 dozen books that are on the floor, off the floor. Don't know the best way to show you the before of this room. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. So many books to put away. My desk, I need to deal with all this. Books are just stacked everywhere, falling over everywhere. Let's get to this. Easy place to start. Books that can just be put away. So I'm gonna sort books into piles if they're to be read or have been read, because those get dealt with completely differently on my bookshelf. To be read books go on the very bottom, but it's overflowing. My goal is that it's never more than what goes on the bottom shelf, but you're about to see it's way longer than that, my TBR. So it's a little rough. So all of these books that go up here are books I have read. So excited about this. My TBR is so long. It's honestly crazy. Then I have my bookbinding stuff because I am doing a new bind, and that new bind is of my book. I defaced it, ripped the cover off, and now I'm rebinding it in a custom edition, in a custom hardback edition, just for myself, which is really fun. Love it. So I did this next part off camera just because I mentally didn't want to turn it on. So this shelf, I cleared off this shelf and moved my Sarah J. Maas books up a level because I think the TBR has gotten so large that it needs to have 5 shelves. That's excessive. Okay, anyway, I had decided that I am going to do series as this shelf. We're starting with the 2 books that I need to read in Shadow and Bone, the 3 books in This Woven Kingdom, 4 books for the Red Queen. Should I add anything that's part of a series that I mean to read? Should I add Emily Wilde's? This, whatever that is. I don't like that those tall ones are all there. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll sort by color. So this will be blues. My TBR is so out of control, guys. So much so that it's overwhelming. I think what I'm going to do is cancel my, what's it called? When you read books on your e-reader. Whatever that is, I'm not going to do it anymore. So that I can force myself just to read a lot of physical books. Because I have so many books and they're all so good. And I want to get to them, but I don't know why. I think it's that I'm feeling overwhelmed because I have too many books. Is this green? Are you doing green first? Oh, no more. These are all also new books. So I got 2 books in the mail recently from publishers. So I got Kiss Me Maybe and I got Friends with Benefits. I'm actually loving a romance this summer. There's something about romances and summer that go hand in hand in my opinion. Love that. Add those. I also just got The Deaf Girl, which is Abigail Herring. Herringer? From The Bachelor. She was the first deaf contestant. I absolutely love her. Follow her on Instagram, and I saw this in a little free library, so I grabbed it. I have also so many arcs that I'm so excited to read and so excited to get to. So we have blues. Blues established. Fine. Great. Green. Pink. Where's pink gonna go? Oh my god. Red. Okay, and then throw you all on the floor. Yellow. How long is she gonna sit on the TBR? Oh my god, wait, all of these have to be sorted too. Okay, Heavenly Bodies is blue. We're backlit. This is not a cute way to chat. Oh no. Okay, we're out of space. So Iris Kelly Doesn't Date can technically be moved to series. All of these. Oh my gosh. That's blue. I think I can get one more small blue book up there. Get this here. I think one of my babies is crying. I'm gonna have to go check on him. Okay. We're making progress. But has everyone seen the discourse online about the couch and whether it is blue or whether it is gray? It's 100% gray, but it did make me think about how my biological father is colorblind. I think maybe he's gonna see this and be like, where did you get that? I think he's colorblind. And if he is colorblind, then that means that I am carrying the gene for colorblindness because it is X-linked and I have his X chromosome, obviously, because I am a cis woman. Little biology lesson. So therefore, when I have two biological sons, they each have one X chromosome from me. They could have got either though, like anything linked to either of the X's. So I think that means there's like a 50% chance that either of them is colorblind. So cool. Anyway, science. I love summer. It being bright at this time, I love it. I just wish the evenings were warmer because it's like the end of June and it's still cold. Whereas the warm weather. I want to be sitting out, cozy, reading, and I think it's too cold out. I think I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine because the kids just went to sleep and get back to cleaning my library up. Let's go. I did not sleep well last night because one of our dogs, I have 3 dogs, one of the dogs randomly hurt her foot last night before bed. She also just gotten spayed, so when she was walking funny, I thought maybe it was her incision, something about her surgery spot that was bugging her, but that wasn't the case, and it was her foot, and I was really worried that she broke something. This happened like at bedtime last night. We went to bed and like she seemed really uncomfortable in the night. I debated taking her to the emergency vet, but it didn't feel like an emergency. Like it just seemed like she'd hurt herself and was a little sore. And then in the morning, after walking around a bit, it seemed like she was more sore. So we called the vet as soon as they opened, took her in to our regular vet, and actually right before we took her in, Allie had like tried to help her move and her nail came off completely. And then she was like, I feel better, ladies. And she feels better. So we did take her to the appointment still. The vet was so glad that it came off because she said that was really painful. And then once it comes off, it's just keeping it clean. And we do have some pain meds and doggy Tylenol for her for a few days. So hopefully she's feeling good. But so that happened in the night, and then I couldn't really sleep because I was worried about her and checking on her, and like, she just seemed uncomfortable, and I felt really bad. So I was also checking on her, and then at like 3 a.m. one of the kids woke up and he needed to sleep with me, and I never sleep well when I sleep with my kids. I end up sleeping with them pretty often, or rather they sleep with me. I used to climb in their cribs, not anymore. It is way too hard on my back. A lot of my friends when we turned 30 were like, oh my god, do you feel like your body is so sore now? And I didn't, but I've turned 31 recently, and now body's getting a little more sore. But it also could just be, for me personally, like today my elbow really hurts, my back hurts some days. My elbow probably hurts because the twins now weigh like 30-ish pounds each. One's a bit heavier than 30 pounds. And I still carry them both, one in each arm, around. That is a lot of weight, like 60 plus pounds on me all the time. I get where my elbow's a little sore, when my back hurts a bit. Also, when we sleep together, they sleep like on my body, and I get in these weird positions, and so I think that maybe it's just that I have big kids that are always on my body, and that's why I heard. So let's, almost tripped on my puppy. Let's go to the library room. Here we go. I feel like I want to like take some stuff off the shelves that I don't want. Here, like this, I don't need. Everything else I kind of do need. Anyway, looking good. I think we've organized the bottom. Let me show you. So this is what it's looking like. So the TBR is this, and this sorted by color. This is series. Some I've started, some I haven't. And then this is books I kind of have to do something with. These ones just don't fit. I don't plan on reading any of these anytime soon. These are like my queer books or books that I just like really want to get to. This is my book club pick of the month. And then these are books that I have things to do with. Now I just have to get a few more books on the shelf. One of my kids is super into flags, so these are what I currently have on my Audible. I've been listening normally at like a 1.8. I just turned it up to a 2.2 to see if my brain could handle it. I have the kind of brain that moves like a mile a minute, and if I listen to an audiobook at 1 time speed, I'm so bored. So I need at least a 1.5 to a 2. If I really don't like the book and I'm just trying to finish it, I will do 3. And I am listening, I swear. My brain just moves like a mile a minute. I'm bored of that, so let's do Lego. Bag 1 is done.
One, I say. Listen inside. Watch. Now, if you something on Reddit, out of all the experts who might find whose kind of prediction models will put numbers, what's your take? These are
Out my thoughts on Project Hail Mary before the camera dies. Let's find out. This video is all over the place because my life's all over the place lately, but I thought I would at least recap one of the only books that I've managed to read in the last 2 months, because this is the worst reading slump of my entire life, I think. I told you, and I'm not exaggerating. But I did just finish listening to the audiobook of Project Hail Mary. I don't often listen to sci-fi, and I've been in a bit of an audiobook rut as well. Like, I haven't really been listening to many. I DNF'd a bunch because I wasn't into them. Like, I think people are waiting for my thoughts on Late Bloomer. I read over 50% of that, and it was just not for me, so I gave up. But Project Hail Mary, I was looking for recommendations of really good audiobooks. It came up. I said, sure, let's give it a try. And I loved it. I'm between giving it 4 and 5 stars, but I don't give half stars, so I don't know. 5? I loved it. In a nutshell, this book is about a man who wakes up in space. He has a bit of amnesia, but he's able to still run the spaceship. And he slowly remembers what is happening and why he is in space. He is on a suicide mission. The answer to if I could film this before the camera died was in fact no. We realize that he is there because the world, Earth, is ending. Our star, the sun, is dying, and he is humanity's only chance at surviving. So there is this microbe that's killing the sun, and so he's traveled to this far-flung planet to see if he can figure out why this microbe that's killing the sun, why it isn't killing this one star, this other solar system. When he gets there, he finds an alien who basically is the exact same thing happening on his planet. Oh my god, he is the cutest thing. I'm obsessed with Rocky. He is just amazing. The story is really actually like pretty funny and fun, and I enjoyed it. I also am someone who really likes science, so it was very sciencey, and I personally loved that, so I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a really good audiobook. I mean, I don't read a lot of sci-fi. I feel like once a year I read like a spacey sci-fi book, and then I'm good until the next year. So I don't plan on reading any more sci-fi right now, but it was fun and I'm glad I read it.
As for what audiobook I'm going to listen to next, I honestly don't know. I was kind of thinking about doing Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Is that his name? I also think I have Tress of the Emerald Sea. This is what my audio book situation is looking like. So who knows what I'll read next. Anyway, I feel like we should end the video here because it's long, it's chatty, not much happens. Honestly, I just wanted to hang out with you, and I feel like I haven't been getting many videos up. And again, that reason is because the kids aren't sleeping, like I said, and like I've been saying. So here we are, and here I go. It was nice chatting with you. It is the end of June. If you would like to join our book club for our little book talk, for our little book chat, I don't know what we call it, but we read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo this month. There's still time to join if you would like, so head on over to the book club, see when the meeting's going to be, and I will see you guys next week, I hope, for another video, but honestly, I don't know.